Hello, online art teachers, K-12. We have some exciting news for you, and we're just really excited to share it with you. You know, I was thinking it's okay to celebrate during this pandemic time period. You know, life is going on all around us. Just the other day, I saw a bird's nest with two beautiful little eggs in it, and it reminded me that in the midst of this national emergency, this global pandemic, this science fiction life we're all living, that life is still going on around us, and it's important for us to remember to celebrate when we need to. We've got something cool to tell you. So this group was started on March 11th. And shortly after that, just a few days after that, I reached out to the Smithsonian Institution, knowing that at some point in time, the American History Museum there would probably want to do something to tell the story of COVID-19 and this national emergency and global pandemic. And I got two emails back from them that were pretty standard kinds of emails. But late last night, I actually got an email from a curator who wants to work with us. And early in this group, just a couple days into this group, I shared a post about making journals, and that I had this idea that maybe we could work with, you know, a large museum or some smaller regional museums, even with a traveling exhibit. And I am so excited to tell you that the history of education curator at the Smithsonian is very interested in our journals. So here's what we need from you. Before I give you the details, though, I want to show you. This is an art journal that I keep. And I know art teachers know how to make an art journal, but I just want to show this for some of you that maybe haven't stepped into the waters of journaling yet. I actually bought this at a chain craft store that you're all familiar with. It's a leather-bound book, and it's got handmade paper inside it. And I've been doing a page or so every so often, just really for years in here. It just kind of documents special days and times of my life. And my daughter actually asked me if she could have this in my will. It's just been a real special thing for me to do. When I opened it up today, I actually opened it to this page. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And isn't that true for this time period? So I just wanted to show you, this is a tree in the yard where I grew up. I grew up playing in this tree. It's a huge elm tree. And it's a picture of me and my family when I was a little girl at the bottom of the tree, and a poem about trees by Joyce Kilmer. So this is my ongoing art journal that I work in. I've started my COVID journal, and we've come up with a really amazing name. The name of this journal project is going to be the Great Epic Pandemic Art Journal Project. And we are looking for a small army of art teachers to make journals. Now, I know one of the first things you're going to ask me is, can your students do it? Well, we've identified this as a project for art teachers. So we would like you to make journals. You can email us at onlineartteachers@gmail.com. I'll say that one more time. onlineartteachers@gmail.com, and let us know you want to make a journal. Also, you'll be able to see posts in our Facebook group about it and can respond there as well. We are looking for traditional journals like this one and digital journals. We're hoping to come up with 50 to 100 traditional journals and 25 to 50 digital journals. These journals need to just be made for this time period. And you need to know that you might get it back and you might not. It might actually belong to the Smithsonian someday. So think about that as you make it, and maybe make a few pages in a journal you make for yourself, you know, so you have some of that too. The journal needs to document what's going on in your life, at your school, in your community, in your state, in our country, your feelings, your thoughts. We'd like the journals to represent this time period in American history. As someone looks through the journal, we'd like them to see pages of your journal that identify dates and times, and if you haven't been keeping up with all of those, are easily found in internet searches. And we'd also like you to share your feelings. We'd like you to share about phenomenons such as shortages of toilet paper and masks and homemade masks and all the various things we're all doing, social distancing, the curve, flatten the curve, the bell curve. Thank you so much for making these journals and being a part of not just art education, but art education history, and American history. I want to thank our team leaders for this group, a dedicated, selfless group of teachers that are busy managing their own classrooms and are helping us with all of these activities. And I can't ever make a video without thanking these individuals. If you saw all of the work they're doing behind the scenes as part of this service project, you would just be amazed. I want to thank Marie Taylor, our early career teacher from Kansas. I want to thank Beth Doberstein from Wisconsin, Kate Miller from Kansas, Dr. Sarah Kress Ackerman from Illinois, and Bob Rieger from Nebraska, and Randy Robart from Ohio. A selfless, dedicated group of art education teachers serving their fellow teachers. And I'm pretty sure they'll all be making journals too. So thank you for joining this journal project. If you have any questions, you can email us at onlineartteachers.com, and we're all doing a pretty good job of keeping up with the Facebook posts. I think we're up to something like 120,000 Facebook posts now. We're almost to 10,000 members, and we're just really proud of you because this is a service project. It's an act of the heart for teachers that we knew were struggling. And you're the ones making this group special. And so thank you so much for everything you're doing to help your fellow art teachers across the country and in more than 107 countries now. Also, go outside and look for those bird nests with eggs in them. And remember to celebrate life because life is going on all around us. Take care.